So much love and appreciation to those of you who have been with me for the 2 year period plus that I've been doing this. Thank you for showing your love and support to the channel. And to anybody else who is brand new to the platform and you would like to support the channel, also, you can do it by way of Patreon, Anchor, the clothing store, and also the shoe shop that is listed in the comment description below. And again, thank you to any and all of you guys who have been here to support this channel during the 2+ year period. I wouldn't be able to do what I do every single day without you. All right, let me say something. When I first saw Chadwick Boseman, it was before he was in, Black Panther. It was, in quite a few other films, and I looked at him as a great young black actor who had a ton of potential. And then later on, he was casted, as the Black Panther. I'm like, oh, this is dope. I'm like, all right. He's like, I've seen this dude acting before. I'm like, and then he did a very great job. I loved it. You went through a range of emotions while watching, Black Panther, and it was in a sense an emotional roller coaster, in a sense. And then after that, we later learned that, he passed due to the cancer that he was going through, and then also learning the fact that even while doing the role of Black Panther, he was still suffering and going through cancer, and he was still, acting stunts, pulling off, a lot of, other things, and it hurt, to lose somebody who brought a character to life and did such a great job that it felt like you lost somebody that was right there next to you, somebody that you um knew for a great period of your life. And during that main point, you heard the outcries of social media and people saying that, oh, please don't, recast, Black Panther, let the character, just rest with Chadwick Boseman. He was the best one to ever basically, portray it. And the most interesting thing about that is even in one of his interviews, he stated that, if anything were to have happened or anything like that, he would want the character to continue and he would want the character to live on and be recasted. That this just should not be the end all to be all. But through people's emotional reaction to everything that was going on, Marvel was like, you know what, we're going to listen to the people because, you guys know what it is that you want. And we're not going to recast, the Black Panther. We're not going to recast, T'Challa. We're going to let that lay rest with Chadwick Boseman, because that is what the people are asking for. So now what you see directly in front of you is people about what, 2 years, later, after, going through that emotional roller coaster and finally realizing that, yo, we're not going to, in a sense, ever have another Black Panther because of the request that people made during their emotional stance or their emotional grieving. So because people were so emotional during that point in time, Marvel caved in. And Marvel, they said that, yo, we're not going to sit up there and do it. Out of respect for the fans and out of respect for the family, we're not going to do it. So now you have people stating that, yeah, Black Panther needs to be recasted. We need to have a Black Panther out there. And I'm just sitting up there looking like, no duh. Because yes, it sucks that, Chadwick Boseman, he passed. Like it sucks that he's gone. He's no longer here. He will never be able to reprise the role, right? Because that was our first one. That was our first movie. So just like everybody else, when you have your first love, it hurts, the most. When that person is basically gone, right? It's going to stay with you for a very, very long time. But just like with your first love, any other relationship, that things have to continue, that things have to keep going. And for whatever reason, everybody just could not fathom that, yo, looking at the MCU and looking how everything is going, you need to have this character there because there are pivotal moments and there are storylines that are wrapped around this character and that he was, directly around. The main thing that I wanted to see, and this was before I knew that, Chadwick had cancer. I wanted to see the storyline with him and Storm. I wanted to see them get married. I wanted that to happen. Like, that would have been a dope and a very, beautiful thing to see transpire. Not just for me, but I think in general, just for Black people, that would have been something very great and beautiful to see, because it's not too often that we have two very powerful characters, basically showing that type of love and and that type of unity, and then bringing that to the screen, and not just us seeing it, but other people also seeing it as well. That's an eye-opening thing for a lot of other people. And because the recasting, in a sense, is not going to happen, that's going to be a missed out storyline, along with, a lot of other storylines, or a lot of other movies where Black Panther would have been or played a pivotal character, and a role, in said storyline. So, it sucks. But, this is why I tell people, be careful what you ask for. Marvel gave the people exactly what they asked for. The people asked for Marvel not to, recast them, and they didn't. So now Marvel is probably going to have to, maybe go back and, re-listen to, a variety of people who basically said that they didn't want this to happen, and now they're just going to look dumb at the end of the day. So, people got to figure it out. But like I said before, people got to stop being so emotional, and they have to figure out what it is that they want at the end of the day.